Hello everyone, this is Jim Okerzinski with your weekly screencast video. So this week we're focusing on writing introductions to the research essay draft. That is the focus of exercise 4.3. That's on a schedule for a Tuesday post, responses by Friday. So let me move out of the announcements tab over to the content tab here. And we have the week 11, 12, and 13 synthesizing and drafting unit here. All right, so pay attention for some of the pages I have in here for chapter 4. Chapter 4 is really an important chapter. You should look over the learning material as I have it here. It's all about getting to the draft of the research essay. Ballinger talks about arguing or exploring this particular draft for the first draft, which way you would want to organize your particular research essay. We've already done the exercise 4.1 with the dialogue with Dave. I think a good section to take a look at is say one thing. Ballinger has this soft acronym for say one effing thing, okay? That way you focus on a main point and then talks about organizing your draft. There is really some good content here. You're going to want to go through some of these sections in the early parts of chapter 4, looking at narrative logic and argumentative logic in organizing and thinking how you want to present your research. So I'm going to just continue to scroll here for a minute. Here's another example of exploring or arguing, and then we get to the preparing to write the draft, refining your research question. Also, he gets into refining the thesis and thinking about how you might be able to sharpen your thesis. Even if you are not arguing and you just are exploring, you certainly can have a guiding thesis that say one main thing, right? There for you. A good activity you may want to take a look at is exercise 4.2, sharpening your point. Sometimes in my in-person classes, I work with this particular activity. It gives you different templates for a thesis statement, whether it's a question of policy, interpretation of value, a hypothesis, or relationship. But sometimes it helps you think about your topic in a different manner. And then in the eternal conversation of whether to say I is a good read there in that particular section there and beginning to write the draft. Flashlights and floodlights is a good section to look at how you want to present your particular research information. Now, I do want to take a couple of minutes, and here you see writing multiple leads. You read the content in the discussion board. Ballinger offers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different possible introductions, varying strategies to use in your research essay. And that is the focus of exercise 4.3, which is 3 ways in. He talks about writing the actual introductions as they would possibly appear in your particular research essay. So let me get to the discussion board post here. Okay, discussion board 14. All righty, so it says after writing multiple leads on 128-29, complete exercise 4.3 step 1, only using a document to record your thinking and selections. Okay. After writing your 3 leads, as the leads would appear in a draft, that's your draft, choose one that you would like best and write a paragraph about your reasoning. How will it contribute to your research essay? Why did you choose the particular opening? My expectations are that you would use this particular introduction and thinking to open your research essay draft. That'll be due in about a week or so, right? Copy and paste your work in a text box in the discussion board. Some people are choosing to upload a document. That works fine so everybody can see it. I'm looking for a sizable post here. So between the discussion, the 3 leads and possible discussion on your paragraph and why you chose the lead that you decided on, I'm looking for a sizable post here, about 400 to 500 words, all right? Let's see, we have one post already. Landon has posted his. Let's see if I can get this up on the screen. Alrighty, here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3 different leads that have been written already. And here's the paragraph, the information about which one would be the possible choice here and why. All right, so this is exactly what I'm looking for. And what might be a little bit more helpful is actually labeling the leads, the types, so that I'm aware of what they might be. And that is how we would get to discussion board 14. That's exercise 4.3. As always, 2 responses are required. So this way you should have some really important work done towards your research essay. You will have an introduction. You have many quotes to work with from the double entry. You've answered the questions in the dialogue with Dave about thinking about an audience. And I just want to point out that you can continue reading through, especially getting ready for next week, is writing for reader interest is really a good section about common ground and putting people on the page. I think it's important when we get to the research essay portion, how do we move away from just blobbing out all that information and really shape the writing so that somebody, the audience, would be interested in reading what you have to say. All right, so that's what we have for this week's screencast video. If you have any questions or issues, please send me an email.